Yo no necesito hombres lobo. Lobos de Arga, released in 2012, also known over here in the United States as Game of Werewolves, and is directed by Juan Martinez Moreno, who is also behind such projects like ABCs of Death 2, Un Bien Hombre, Dos Tipos Duros, and Big Wendy. And this film is starring Gorka Otoxo, Carlos Araceres, Secund de la Rosa, Manuel Marqueña, and Mabel Rivera. And the reason why we're talking about Lobos de Arga today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a longtime contributor and supporter of this channel named The Stars. Thank you very much for this recommendation. I know you recommended it a while ago, and I'm slowly getting to all of your recommendations. I do apologize. It's been, we're kind of coming down to the end of the year here, so I'm kind of just throwing in everything, but I truly appreciate it, and I will be getting to all of your recommendations someday, I promise. If any of you out there also want to be like Name the Stars and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen and send over a donation with your movie recommendation. Any size donation will do, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like what I did with Name the Stars here. After 15 years away, Tomas, a not very successful writer, comes back to Arga, which is a small village in Galicia, apparently to receive some kind of award. But what he doesn't know is the real reason why he is there is to end an old curse that has been haunting the village for the last 100 years. I do appreciate getting recommendations of movies that I didn't even know existed. I've never even heard of this film, so thank you very much again, Name the Stars, for sending it over my way. And also thank you for sending in a Spanish film. I am slowly doing Duolingo. The education is slowly sinking into my brain. I'm pretty good at reading Spanish, but in terms of like understanding and definitely speaking it and receiving it, comprehending it, and then regurgitating correct responses is definitely far away from me, but gosh damn it, I'm trying. But thank you for sending this over to me. This could help me. If I keep watching this, maybe I can pick up a little bit of Spanish and get a little bit more fluid in it, so thank you very much for sending it my way. And right off the bat, I think there is a great energy to this film, and I love the chemistry between our main characters. Tomas is definitely the standout and has the best comedic chops. This film is listed as a Spanish comedy horror film, and there are comedic aspects about it. There are some pratfally moments, but if this film is considered a comedy in any way, it's definitely through high comedy. It's definitely through the spoken word as opposed to the physical side of humor. However, there is a hilarious part with pinky sacrifices in here. I gotta say, that gave me a little chuckle. And with this being a more independent feature, I thought that the werewolf was going to appear way more cheesy than it does appear here. I was actually pretty impressed with the bodysuit and the hairs and the special effects whenever he was clawing or ripping someone's heads off. The realism behind the mannequin head with all of the blood I thought was actually pretty impressive. But it is a werewolf film, and there have been so many werewolf films over the last 100 years, stories of werewolves and werewolves going up against vampires and other universal horror monsters. And unfortunately, I think that is one of the big detriments to this film, is that this is a werewolf picture, and it's a lot of stuff from werewolf films that we've seen before. When our characters find out that werewolves do exist and they're in the village, well then, if they're suspicious of someone, they lock them up, and then they wait for the full moon to come out to see if they're actually werewolves. Then you have communal werewolves, meaning that there's more than one, and they're all going after our heroes, and they're slowly and stealthily trying to escape the village. Unfortunately, I've seen all this stuff before. But like I said, where this film does succeed is in the energy and in the chemistry between our main actors. Carlos Araceres is like the best friend, or like the main sidekick to our lead character. He's probably the best performance, in my opinion, the one that stuck with me. He was able to manage the horror, the realism, but then also the humorous side of the story in his physical performance and in his vocal performance. Gorka Otoxio plays our main character Tomas, and he's great. We also have a little puppy in here who was so adorable. However, Name the Stars, there were a couple of moments in here where I was like, you better not hurt that dog, you better not kill that dog. And there are a couple of moments in here where I just went, no, No! I guess a little minor spoiler, he's fine. He turns out fine in the end. From a technical aspect, with this being an independent picture, I think it was actually pretty impressive. I was really falling in love with the lighting choices and the use of the full moon, the blues, the blacks, the dark grays, all the nighttime scenes I thought were shot beautifully. It's just overall, again, I keep coming back to this, is that it was nothing that I haven't seen before. This is a werewolf picture, so someone gets bit, someone gets scratched, and they're eventually going to turn, and they don't want to be that way. They want to lift curses, and we have small villages here, things that I have seen many times before. Doesn't make this film terrible in any way, just know when you're going into it, you're not going to get anything special here. I'm going to give Lobos de Arga 3 out of 5 Blu-rays.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad.
So guys, if you've seen Lobos de Arga, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I'm released next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.